It's a kind of magic.
Live from the Twin City.
It's a kind of magic.
It's Triad Today with Jeffrey Griffin.
A blessing to have a good neighbor.
Well, a good neighbor is a good neighbor.
I love you, neighbor.
Hi, neighbor. How are you doing?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
Hey, neighbor.
Could you be mine?
Idly ho, neighborinos.
I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Please won't you be my neighbor?
Let's do it.
News Talk Sports for the Triad, WSJS. Welcome to hour number 3 of the big show. I'm Jeffrey Griffin alongside Christian Snyder. Momentarily, we are going to go off the beaten path, which maybe we all need, right? We've been shut up in the house with the same people for a few days. Maybe you're getting tired of looking at them. You need a reason to laugh and make fun of some other folks' poor life choices. Well, we've got the solution for that. Meanwhile, weather-wise, and Christian and I will continue to bring you the ongoing, ever-growing list of cancellations and delays. But right here at home, we're looking at clouds gradually clearing with a wind chill in the mid-teens today. Strong winds at play and a high of only 38 tonight. Clear, a wind chill in the single digits, somewhere between 0 and 5 as we fall all the way to 13. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a wind chill, again, single digits with a high of 36. Friday, cloudy with a slight chance of snow in the afternoon and a high of 36. Now, how does that parlay into the weekend? Well, Saturday, snow is a distinct possibility. Some computer models have us going about 25%. Other computer models have us going about 75% chance of the white stuff coming in. Now, it is going to be cold Friday night into Saturday, a low of about 16. Saturday, continued chilly burr weather, a high of 21 with a actual low in the overnights near 10, which means that the wind chill could be looking at 0 or even negative numbers. Snow, flurries, a possibility. Sunday, it is unlikely we'll get above the freezing mark with a high of 30. Very cold, windy in the AM. It's going to be strong wind gusts throughout much of the week. And then Monday, we might finally break back into the non-freezing territory with a high of 33. Sunny skies and more cold weather. Doesn't really look like we'll have a break in the deep freeze until maybe Tuesday, when we'll get to 42. And then that will be sustained through the midweek in our extended forecast from the Storm Report. Before we get to Ty Collins, or maybe I want to do this with Ty. Ty, good morning. Are you here?
Good morning, Jeffrey. How are you?
All right, brother. Listen, before we get started with your off the beaten path, I wanted to share one with you. I found this and I said, Ty will love these. Ty, did you know that today is National Kazoo Day?
No, but I do now.
Well, you do. That's right. You are in the know. And so back by popular demand, here is 2001, A Space Odyssey. That's fabulous, isn't it? That is from 1978 breakout album from the Temple City Kazoo Orchestra. And the name of the
Kazoo
album,
Orchestra.
Yeah, it was called Some Kazoos. And so we thought we'd just bring it back out, and there you go. So A Space Odyssey on this National Kazoo Day. So there you go. That's my contribution to Off the Beaten Path. Christian, you have email. Ty, I know you got something good for us. All right, let's have at it, brother. Have at it.
Okay, a coastal Carolina student. This is in the news.
Okay.
A New Hampshire man named Alec. We'll just say Alec, who is a student at coastal Carolina and South Carolina, is accused of breaking into houses, robbing them, and pouring food all over the inside of the house. He's accused of vandalizing the homes with, get this, queso, maple syrup, and milk. Seems very disturbed. Here is one of the students whose house was burglarized, Brian Rose, talking about what happened.
I hear the door go boom, and I'm like, what's that? Because I thought it was my buddy JP coming home from the bar. Nope, it was the milkman. It was the milk bandit. I didn't think anything of it. Went to the bathroom, went back to bed, woke up the next morning, milk everywhere, on the floors, everywhere.
I love the words like, I thought it was my man JT coming back from the bars.
That's the most college sound clip we could possibly have.
Yes.
Oh my God. Queso, maple syrup, and milk. Well,
yes.
Brother, I guess Alec was a student at Coastal Carolina then.
You know, that reminds me of a story my brother had told me when he was in college. They lived outside of the campus, and a bunch of students did too. And one day he woke up the next morning and there's some random guy lying on his couch. So the guy got the wrong address.
Come on in, make yourself comfortable, right? I guess. All right.
So my brother's like standing there, and he's like, "Who are you?"
Oh my gosh. Listen, I here, you want to play, can you top that when it comes to college stories? So here we go. You ready for this one? Okay.
Let's go.
I went to Mars Hill College for a year. Okay.
Okay.
Now, not on them. I was one of those kids that went to college and went crazy. It was a disaster. I was totally off the hook and just completely irresponsible and all that. So not bad on Mars Hill, bad on Jeffrey, right? There was a guy on campus. And at that point at Mars Hill, see, all of the girls' dorms are on one hill, all of the boys' dorms on another hill, and the school is in the valley between the two. There were
so which one's Mars Hill?
Huh?
No, so which one's Mars Hill? If there's two hills, right?
Yes. The answer is yes. So
yes. You're gonna be in politics. Go ahead.
So, there was a hard and fast rule that boys should not go to the girls' hill. Don't go in those dorms. You are not welcome here. You should have no part of this. And the young ladies could not come into the guys' dorms. Fair enough. That's the rules. Well, there was a guy, and his nickname was Boogie. Okay. And Boogie really liked to spend a lot of his free time in the girls' dorms. He was popular. He was popular fella. Well, it's a small school, and word got out that if Boogie got busted one more time in one of the girls' dorms, they were going to send him home. Everybody knew it. I mean, we all knew it. And just, Boogie, you're going to have to find another way, but don't come on that hill again. And Ty, I kid you, one night, they call out all of the popo, all of the local law enforcement. They go up there. Boogie's busted up in one of the girls' dorms again. And Ty, I'm not kidding you. They drove him to Asheville and put him on a Greyhound for home.
No way.
And came back to our dorm, and security packed up his stuff in cardboard boxes and sent it home. He was not allowed to come back to the dorm to say bye. They're not playing, brother. Not playing at all.
No. Oh, that's crazy. They're playing with that.
I tell you. So when they tell you, when the people in charge lay out a rule and they tell you, Boogie, you better pay attention. I'm guessing that boy down at Coastal, he had to learn that same lesson.
Well, I thought it was JT. I was like, JT, come back from the bar. Oh, no, it's the milkman.
Oh, he's got maple syrup and queso all over the floor. All right, Ty, give us another one. This is too good.
Police in New York responded to a burglar alarm at a bank last Sunday.
Yes. And
arrived to find the suspect was a deer that crashed through a window.
Oh.
It became trapped inside and was going, let's just say it was going buck wild, bucking crazy, and tried to get out. Listen as officers avoid dangerous antlers and kicks to lasso the deer and lead it outside.
Like I said, brother, he has antlers, so just a heads up, you know what I mean? Just move back here, too. Right there? Yeah.
Wow. They should have given that deer some queso and milk. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, exactly. Where's JT when you need him?
Wow. Okay, let that deer out. He clearly does not want to be here. All right, Ty, before we take our first break, give us another one, will you? Come on, buddy.
Yeah, sure, man. I get you. A 28-year-old guy in Florida named Landon Morris got arrested for doing donuts in a church parking lot to impress his date. What is this, the 50s, the 60s? It was a first date, and she told cops she asked him to do it. Here are the residents of the area speaking out.
They went round and round and round, and at one point the blue smoke was so dense you couldn't see the black car.
It sounded like a car that was completely hot rodded out, no mufflers, very, very loud.
Here comes the sheriff, and the smoke is still coming off the pavement. Back off. We have families.
They arrested the brother for donuts? Come on, man.
Look, there's no dancing in that town either.
Boogie was probably driving that car.
Boogie was.
I've never had a girl say, "Can you do donuts in the parking lot?" I've never had that. But you should marry that girl. That's what you ought to do. That's a keeper right there. So who was this guy?
And usually the guy would say, hey man, watch me do my donuts on here. Not rather than the date saying, it really impressed me if you do some donuts in this church parking lot.
Landon, you need to marry that girl. She is a keeper. Hey, folks, we got to take a break. We'll be back with more Ty, more Christian, more me, and more Off the Beaten Path, and more Boogie on News Talk Sports of the Triad, WSJS. More donuts, too.
Good morning to you there. Good morning. Good morning.
Time to get your morning on with Jeffrey Griffin on Triad Today.
News Talk Sports of the Triad, WSJS, the very best in local news talk sports conversation since 1930. I'm Jeffrey, that's Ty Collins. We're alongside Christian Snyder. Off the beaten path we go. So we had some frat brothers at Coastal Carolina, then a deer broke in. Donuts in the church parking lot. What else could there possibly be, Ty? Come on now.
This is actually pretty creative. I'm going to give them this. A pop-up museum called the Museum of Personal Failure just opened in Vancouver. It featured items including a dead plant, a divorced woman's wedding dress, a whole wall of rejected job applications. And here is the creator of the museum, no relation, Ivan Collins, and some of the exhibitors talking about the museum and their pieces.
It's a concept exploration, I've been calling it. It's people invited to express their experiences of failure in whatever way that they want to.
So this is I called it $33 bill failed album. These are some of the first musical ideas that I really ever came up with.
I make knives that have been sold all over the world. This is the first knife I finished in 2025, a year ago. And when I went to sharpen it, I found out that I couldn't sharpen it. Something was wrong with it.
The Museum of Personal Failure?
Yes. I've got some stuff to donate to them, so.
I got a whole room.
Yes.
This didn't work. That didn't go like I thought. This was underwhelming. Here, go with this. Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding me? All right. And where is this now? You said somewhere in Canada?
Vancouver, yes.
Oh, well, we should go. Field trip.
We should.
Right. Okay.
We'll go live.
Well, yeah, there from location in Vancouver.
Yes.
Ty Collins at the Museum of Personal Failure. Yeah, that rings. That'll bite right there. All right, Ty. What else? Keep going.
something that goes hand in hand. Ty
Yes.
Collins, personal failure.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man! A month-long investigation led to the arrest of a 51-year-old man who was routinely throwing hundreds of roofing nails onto a roadway in Florida. Detectives say that they saw Felix throwing the nails on the road. Here are some of the victims speaking out.
What?
Would be highly surprised if there was under 300 or 400 victims when this is all said and done. I said I had 3 nails the first day. A week later, another 1 or 2, and it was about a nail a week minimum.
We've had 3 on my car and 2 on my husband's.
Find a different hobby or pastime, maybe a less expensive one. I don't know.
Are you serious?
We caught up with Felix, and Felix said the reason why they were throwing roofing nails onto the roadway is because Boogie was doing donuts in the church parking lot.
I'll get those kids. I've had enough of this. Felix, brother, man, come on. I think he needs to see a counselor. I do. I said something's not right. Are you serious?
Roofing nails, yeah.
Roofing onto the road.
I've had my share of roofing nails in my tires, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've had, and I don't care to. I'm good without the
No, you
experience.
don't.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
Felix, y'all need to have a word of prayer with Felix, and let's help him
Yes.
find the light. But that ain't it. All
Yes.
right. Well, can you top that? No pun intended.
Well, this was a good story somewhat. A Navy rescue swimmer in Virginia Beach was
Yes.
in the right place at the right time to save a woman from drowning last Friday. She drove her SUV off a pier. Jeremy Way was sitting down for lunch at a nearby restaurant and heard it happen. He dropped everything, jumped into the water, and got her out just in time. Here is Jeremy talking about the rescue.
Just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I'd already been taking my phone and my wallet, my knife out of my pocket. Once I confirmed there was a person, and I just dove right in. She no longer could unlock it. She tried picking it with her fingers and tried to unlock the door, but it wasn't working. The car was completely underwater. She finally came out, and I did some kind of what I've always been taught, some rescue swimmer techniques, threw her in a cross chest carry, threw her on my hip, and swam towards the pylons. And that other gentleman, I don't know what he does or what he did, but he's the real reason she's there.
Dude.
And talk about Jeremy had to talk to the woman into releasing her seatbelt. They believe she was going through a mental health crisis. So good on you, Jeremy.
That's real life hero stuff there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go ahead, brother, man. That's all right. Do what you got to do. All right. I'm impressed. Yeah, give that man a donut. He deserves it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Exactly.
Exactly. All
So
right,
now we go back to
Yes.
now we go back to Florida and a shoplifting incident in Florida that escalated into potentially dangerous situation when deputies found a suspect attempting to ignite a shotgun slug in a Panera bathroom. Here is Martin County Sheriff John Budensek talking about arresting Q Okoye. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
They had no idea what they were dealing with until our suspect was in custody. He was aggressive towards them, meaning that he was confrontational. He didn't fight with them, but he was confrontational. He was swearing. They realized that what the suspect was actually doing was trying to set off a 12-gauge shotgun slug. It rarely happens, but bullets actually can fire if they're exposed enough heat and fire. We see that in car fires with rounds going off. This could have ended catastrophically. A shotgun round, a slug round could penetrate the suspect, could penetrate our deputies.
That's no good, brother.
Yeah. Not good.
Okay. Yeah. That's a mental health situation. Let's hope they get the help they need. Ty, time runs short. Give us one more. Make it a good one, my man.
This is going to be a good one. All right. A guy in Florida stole wine and steak by shoving it down his pants. Here's the owner of the store, Phil Einhorn, talking about the theft.
Big pants. I think they're like made for stealing. You know, he has them blocked. You know, they're blocked at the bottom so it doesn't go through. He came over here, looked around to see if anybody was looking, and he shoved it in his pants. And we were shocked. That's why when he came back the one steak, I thought, okay, I got it back, what he stole. And then when we found out there was this thing in his pants, it was unbelievable. It's just like shocking. He ran off after we got the stuff back. By the time the cops got there, he was gone. But they have a good description. They have the video, and I'm sure he's on foot somewhere.
It's not the same guy that went for his first date and then did donuts.
Baby, we're going to have wine and steak. I'm going to go to the store and get it, and then we're going to do donuts at the church. It'll be all good right there. He shoved wine and steak down his pants.
Yes.
There are so many ways we could go with this, and none of them are good. So we're just going to leave it right there.
I'd like to see how he walked out of there, you know?
He waddled.
Yeah, well, like a penguin.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine stopping that guy at the store? Excuse me, sir? Everything okay? Wow. Ty, you're the best. All right.
Yeah, you too, guys.
Oh, my gosh. Ty Collins and Off the Beaten Path. I had to take a break after that one. I can't do anymore. We'll be back with more closings and delays on News Talk Sports for the Triad, WSJS. Woo!